Okay, so here we are. This is going to be 242, week 2. And so you should have read Margaret Fleming and the Octoroon by now. And I will give you a series of prompts and a discussion board for you to respond to. So you should be establishing your pattern Wednesdays. You should have uploaded your video, or video link rather, and then by Friday you should have responded to 2 other people in a substantive manner, not necessarily saying, what a great thought, and then just posting that. And so as always, kind of keep in mind those deadlines. Also, you should have gotten the link. If you did not, let me know, but you should have gotten the link that takes you to Google Docs and allows you to edit the sign-up sheet for the presentations. If you could get that done post-haste, basically by early this week, I can put on the announcements page who's doing what in what week. Remember, on the presentations, you will be uploading your presentation if you have a presentation scheduled that week. So let's say that we have somebody who's signed up for a presentation on week 3. That person has to upload their presentation by Monday. Okay, and that's to make sure people have enough time to watch the presentation, digest it, read the material, and come back to it. Okay, so during presentations, what happens is you might have 2 or 3 presentations, depending on how many people have signed up, that appear on Monday, and then you kind of go through those presentations and respond to those by Friday. For the presenters, what you do is you upload your presentation by Monday, and then you have until Friday to respond to what 2 other people are saying. Presenters, one thing to consider as you think about this is you want to go straight to a point. Okay, you don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about, okay, well, you know, this person was born this time, died this time, went to this college, married this person. Don't care, okay? We also don't want a summary of the story because we all have theoretically read it. And then also, you want to find something that interests you. Okay, so an angle to the story, like let's say you want to do a feminist reading of a sweatshop romance, or let's say you want to do a Marxist reading of a sweatshop romance, then focus all of a sweatshop romance on what you find is most interesting to you, or like multiple themes that are appearing. And the goal in your presentation is to go through and say, okay, here's this part, you know, cite the page in MLA style with the parentheses. Remember, this is where this character says this, you know, and that leads me to think this. This article says this, right? And so with the presentation at the very end of it, of course, I should see not only the original source, but 3 academic sources about that particular work. And so JSTOR, books, biographies, all good. Okay, those are academic sources. Wikipedia, some person's blog, all of that stuff, not so good. Okay, and so I'll be taking a close look at that. Of course, the rubric for your presentations is under the assignments tab, so you can kind of take that out and look at that, how I'm going to be using that. But basically, like, are you asking people questions, looking for feedback, and so on? Are you basically being the teacher for that particular work is the end result of what you're going to be doing. So this week, Margaret Fleming, the Octoroon, we're kind of taking a look at right before our beginning 1865 and then going into 1890, about 20 or 30 years beyond that. Kind of skip back in week 3. But we're going to kind of compare and contrast the issues that we're seeing in those plays. These are probably the toughest reads you'll have all semester. Just kind of hang in there. I do encourage, especially for the Octoroon, because there's lots of stuff going on, that you might want to read a summary of it first and then come back and read it, and then you can say, oh, right, that's what happened, and so on. So anyway, that's the announcement for week 2. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, discussion board stuff this week, pretty straightforward. And then going into next week, make sure that you've signed up for your presentation. If you haven't, I'm going to give you one. Okay, so if you opt not to sign up for one, I will be more than happy to sign you up for one. All right, see ya.